even though I'm logged in.
Okay, we got those two going.
Sorry, let me mute me, or we're gonna get double sound here.
No. I muted myself.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
I'll be back in a minute here.
this, right?
Okay.
Right here?
Let me see. Okay. You have to sign in.
I did. 4 times. Sorry. Let me check you. Hey, kitty, how come your eyes look kind of smushy? Pippin, I'll be right back.
What the fuck is up? No. Hold on.
You need to like ditch the cookies or something.
You might have to. Yeah. Try that, because I closed it and brought it back in.
The whole
Yeah.
browser or just that tab?
The whole browser.
Did you want us to build our characters in Roll20?
You can do whatever you wish.
Hi, baby.
Why am I in my menu? Oh my god, what is happening? Let me out.
Why you do that? You switch my apps over. Okay.
Any luck?
I was trying to
Are you dying?
go not use the link, just
Why?
like find it
Why?
in the
Why is you dying?
website by searching, and you were not harsh enough talking about how awful this website is.
What was I doing? He is dying in the third, bro. Oh my god, this thing. Why did I put my
At least now at the top it's saying my account rather than just sign in.
Now you should be able to do the bullshit.
Oh, it's in your download. This is in my downloads 97 times.
but thank you, sweetie.
Second edition playtest rulebook. Do I already fucking have this?
Go Team Venture! Sisters. So, Lavera spent the last 10 minutes
Feel your own.
fighting with Paizo
Wait, maybe I don't have it.
to possibly download a product she owns.
My character sheet.
So she already had it?
Who knows? Paizo, buddy, like, I love you. I think you might be one of the better ones in the industry so far. But, Jesus Christ, man, your website.
You and I are in the same boat. I love Paizo. The website is shit, but I do love Paizo, and I love their effort, and I love what they're trying to do. But yeah, their website sucks. I think
Yeah,
so.
you would think after all these years they might have changed it in some way. But no.
You would think.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
know,
would think.
I know they've changed it. I know they've changed it. They have
Apparently
They
not for the better.
significantly changed it.
well,
You
no.
said
Improved
apparently
it?
not for the better.
No. They've updated the crash out page. What it looks like when they've updated the page where when it crashes out, what it looks like.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's better.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's an improvement.
You know, your attitude is noted. And,
Because I love Paizo, but I was just like, come on, what is wrong with whoever this website is? But
was that Dave? Dave is unhappy with Paizo's website.
what is welcome to
Dave.
On the Go?
You mean all of us, not just Dave. You are too.
That's fair.
So am I. Yes, I know.
I already have cluttered
Goofball.
Hmm.
Oh, what's up here? What's this? Why does this look like shit? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's a lot better. Is that what I want? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Alright. No. No, you can't see the map. That would also explain why. the wife is coming back. She was finally able to download the thing.
Yay!
Yay.
Hooray! I'm a little irritated. We finally starting to get to playing, and then now it's getting Blue Sky, and there's WrestleMania on all at the same time. Hooray!
Why are you watching WrestleMania?
I get it for free with Peacock, so
Uh,
I'll just check out which matches. I mean, I don't watch it hardly at all anymore, but it's just like it's just kind of funny with Peacock. You get like what you used to have to pay. I never did it, but you'd have to pay like $50 or whatever to watch them, and now it's just part of their subscription, all their pay-per-views or Netflix.
this is the weirdest future, isn't it?
Did you say weirdest future? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a weird future. Like the fact that like if you're like, hey, if you would have sat down me when I was in a trailer at like 10 years old and would have said, hey, that lady who she who is currently being bitch slapped by that big man called Triple H. That's going to be her son-in-law. He's going to run the company, and she's going to possibly bankrupt the Department of Education. You're going to be a teacher. This will skull fuck you. You get laid though, so there's a weird little thing that's going to happen along the way. So yeah, like.
There's been some adventuring or interesting life.
It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird, little Ed. It's gonna get weird.
Willie, the guy named One Shot is a Mike. Mike, that's Willie.
Hello.
Hello.
He's a Jackson
How are
Mike.
you?
Of the Jackson.
He's a what?
A Jackson Mike.
Oh yeah. He lives in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
cool. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Okay. Let's bring up some fucking.
These-
Does everybody know what they're running?
This
Oh.
happens more often than we care for, Mike. The
What?
technical stuff.
Well, we are not exactly critical role up in this bitch.
Well, and we haven't played in a while either.
I think this is more tax
To
dodge
be
for
fair.
most of us. So
You said we were going to do character creation mostly, right?
that's the plan. Today we end up with four characters, and then we have Joel
Maybe.
joining us.
Okay.
Yep, Joel will be here next time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
So let's talk about everybody here has played Pathfinder 2nd Edition, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Not
Do
yet.
You know Starfinder 2nd Edition.
Well, sort of. Because they
Okay.
had second edition and they did core, which is slightly different. Like Dave was telling me yesterday, they got rid of the numbers. What happened? And I'm like, there's no 18s and 16s. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then I actually looked at it last night and I was like, oh shit, they did get rid of the numbers.
Well,
It's
Yeah, I was like,
basically
that's
bonuses.
sacrilegious right there, but
they
that's
did
okay.
and they
Yeah.
didn't.
I know. I read it more. I know. It's bizarre.
No, I like it. I think it's cool. I find it interesting.
Why, all this happened because Wizards got fucking greedy, man. Like, look.
Yeah, I know. That's why. I know. That's what I was telling Dave too. That they're trying to wash their hands off of them.
Yeah,
And so this is the stuff they come up with. So yeah.
So
It
core
sucks.
is second is 2.5 Pathfinder.
Yes,
That's what we
exactly.
needed. That's exactly
Yeah.
what we fucking needed. So, Paizo, I love you. I know why you did everything. I don't blame you.
Right.
But I'm going to be mad at a situation.
Right.
For the most part, it's the same goddamn shit.
Yeah.
I kind of, it makes me sad though, because, like, we haven't played since fucking November, have we?
It's been a
It's
been a
been a
minute.
long time since we
So,
played.
a lot of, like, we haven't talked in a while. Ed's gone weird. We're buying firearms, and did you know you could buy 1,000 rounds of ammunition for like $100? So,
Wait, what?
I'm guessing you have done this.
Did
You
you
have
guys
a
hear
battle
that I wasn't
platform
able
in
to
your
get a gun?
backyard now? Do you have like a mini gun? Because that'd be awesome. Come
No.
down, hang out.
Ed and I were both going to get handguns, and they wouldn't let me have one
Why?
because I'm a woman.
I'll say because you're too smart.
What?
Not really. No, because I wasn't prepared to lie when we had to go talk to the police department. And they asked if I used recreational
We're
marijuana,
streaming,
and
by
I
the way.
said yes.
I figured I'd just remind everybody.
Don't say you do that, right?
So that
I'm
that
like,
prevents you from getting a gun. It does. You don't
Well,
have
it doesn't prevent you from getting a gun. It prevents you
just a
from getting
handgun.
just a handgun. So you can be high with an AK, but you can't be with a pistol. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, they don't want
That's
to hurt, like,
perfectly logical.
well, the thing is, I know why they did it. Because a lot of the questions are like, hey, have you had a restraining order put against you? So if I show up at McDonald's to pick up my kid for the weekend, it's going to be pretty hard to walk up with, I don't know, a fucking AR than it is just with my 9mm. Right? So you can walk up, get close, say, hey, Patty, and then bam. Okay, I get it. But you also don't want people who have substance control issues. Like, hey, what do you like to do? I don't know. Let's pick cocaine. Cocaine tends to be popular. So, for some reason, somebody lied on a form about that, and that was a big fucking issue.
Well, yeah, like this whole thing happened right after Hunter Biden got fucking like going to federal prison for lying on the same goddamn form. So
that's part of it. I get it. I fucking get it. The other thing is, so yeah, they don't want, but it's funny because it's a federal crime. That's why Lavera couldn't lie. But if we want, we can buy our high-powered rifle, and she can sit up on a grassy knoll and just, have a picnic.
using my weed and shooting people.
With 100 rounds on your side.
No, this is 1,000.
1,000. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Friday is range day.
Yeah, I saw you posted something. You saw that you showed your patterns that you were shooting, which was pretty cool.
We're not gonna be in the Olympics anytime fucking soon. But I can hit center mass at 10 yards. So fuck them. We've also been hitting the gym, so
that's cool.
My bench is 170 now. It's been a weird fucking minute.
I've been wanting to get a firearm, but Julie's scared because her first husband almost shot her in the foot because a dumbass, while he was cleaning his weapon, did not check the chamber, make sure it was empty. Fucking moron. And ended up almost shooting her. It went off, and it almost shot her foot off. So she's terrified of guns. So she's like, I don't want a gun in the house because they scare me and blah, blah, blah. And I would like to own one, but it's kind of one of those things where we're at an impasse because, I'm going to probably eventually get one, but I just don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if I could win her on my side. I mean, she knows I'm going to be safe with it. And then she's like, Well, what if Andreas grabs it? And I'm like, that's why you keep the gun in one safe with a lock, trigger lock, and the bullets in a different area with, a safe. So that way you don't have to worry about children getting into them and playing with them. They're not toys. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but
Everybody out there wondering. I taught hunter safety for 4 years, so
yeah,
yeah. Like, this
yeah,
is not just putting that out there for everybody, so they're not.
yeah. I gotcha.
Are we streaming now? While you're
Yeah.
okay, that helps.
Like, what have we got? Well, Ed's stockpiling weapons.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
We're
we got.
stockpiling ammo. That's different.
I know this is common. We get derailed, but we were talking about Pathfinder. So you say
Okay.
we're playing
Well,
Pathfinder
the thing
second edition.
How we got to here? There's an important. We're gonna follow the bouncing ADHD ball. Okay.
Okay.
My goal at one story leads to another. Trust me, I promise. In August, I went home, and my brothers, I had to go help them unload some loads of hay, and I did okay, but it wasn't spectacular. But I was able to unload some loads of hay. And then what happened is that fucking evening, my dad, in his infinite planning wisdom, did not have most of the fucking crop picked up.
Okay.
So we were out there in the fucking dark picking up bales of hay, and the fucking thrower broke. Now, what that means is you've seen how you bale hay, right?
Yeah.
So there's two types of them. One of them will kind of push it up, and somebody grabs it and stacks it on the wagon. You have these nice square little wagons, okay, full of hay. The other one is it just fucking throws them. So you have this giant metal box behind it it's pretty much open, but it's got like a mesh behind it to catch the bales.
Right.
Well, the thrower broke, and we gotta get this hay off this fucking field before it just gets ruined. So here I am. My dad's like, all right, you just fucking bail it and it'll drop out the back. So they were like, well, you drive, Noah will pick up the bales, and Wyatt will stack them. And I'm like, look, man, I can't fucking see. I'm afraid I'm going to drive over Noah because he's wearing black in the fucking dark. And I have a do not resuscitate order, so I don't fucking care if you run me over. So I put Wyatt on the tractor, Noah in the wagon, and I walked around like I walked at least a couple of miles driving around in this fucking field in the dark, picking up, and these were fucking bricks at this point. They're 50 pounds each, and I'm lifting them above my head. So we had to get like a couple hundred of those off the field. And my brother Noah's in the wagon saying, Alan, you're fucking wussing out, you wussy. Like, so I started going to Planet Fitness, and they asked what my fitness goals are. And I'm like, so my brother's 21. And I want to be able to smack him around like when he was 10 again. So I don't want to kill him. I just want to be able to hurt him a little. So I guess general strength training. It's like, okay. But yeah, we're getting there. My brothers are trying to see if I can snap like fucking Bane.
You're silly. So you're working out to beat up your brothers.
Yeah.
That's a noble goal if I've ever heard one.
He is a paladin at heart. You do know that, right?
What's your motivation? Hate. I want to beat up a small child.
Wow. And we're
fair, Noah
broadcasting
is
this
bigger
to the
than you.
world.
No, he's not. He may weigh 300 pounds, but he's not. Well, he might be taller than me, but he's fat. So fuck him. So Noah, if you listen to this, go fuck yourself.
Damn, I'm feeling the love. I really am. That brother.
Oh, I love him.
I'm assuming Mike knows you guys well enough to know the family love. So.
As my uncle Forrest once walked, they had to do the same thing because this whole like, hey, we waited till the last fucking minute to do a thing, and now we're fucked, has happened multiple times on the Kabara family farm. and my uncle looked outside, sees these idiots walking around driving these fucking tractors at 2 a.m. And then obviously they stop, lights point at each other. You say, and then you hear somebody yell, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then they get back on the tractor, and the lights move around some more. And my uncle said, "I think that's how the Kabara say they love each other."
Nice.
It is.
Those are definitely some nice Hallmark moments right there.
Hey man, I don't remember unloading the load of hay once because my mom, like, I said something, I pissed her the fuck off, and she took a 50-pound bale of hay and hit me upside the head with it.
Shit!
I was not gonna.
Damn.
No, they don't ask you about that when they're asked like the things about should you have a weapon. You know, is your family abusive? Did they ever hit you with a bale of hay?
Have that be your weeder question.
Did you sustain serious head injuries throughout your childhood?
Yes.
Did you lick your finger and put it in a socket? Did you lick fresh paint? These are the quality questions that need to be on these forms.
So there you go, Governor Whitmer. When you're watching this, here's the changes you can make. Okay, but no, what's pissing me off is I'm trying to get to strength 14, which means I have to be able to bench press 180 pounds.
Okay.
And I might be able to. That's how we got here. Okay.
Did you say string 8? What did you just say that you're trying to get to?
180 pounds of bench press.
For what though?
When I'm lifting weights.
No, I got that, but you said it like for string or something, or
for strength. For a strength.
For
strength of 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 14.
No. That's a strength of 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's your body mass times a certain number for your age, and that's a bunch of calculation stuff?
No, I just went off the basic ones of like, if you can lift 180 pounds, I would put you at a 14. That's from the original book.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How's it going over there, Mike? Have you checked out yet?
Did he leave already? Did he like, I don't want to be a career of this group?
No, I was muting my mic for a bit.
Mike, you're good.
It's Mike. All right. So
Mike is muted. Mike.
So yeah, that's what got us here. Okay. So we're gonna play.
Do you need who's missing in there? Lavera and
What?
Willie are not in the roll D20, so
I'm gonna post this in the chat again.
I was still just trying to get a fucking.
I know.
Started,
I know.
So.
It's been a fun rodeo.
I know I'm not helping too much. You just went off on a little journey all by yourself down family lane.
I mean, let's
we
real.
followed
We're
you.
used to that.
We followed you. We didn't want to. It's like a hostage situation.
We're not like blind lemons, but we like the entertainment value, so that's what we do.
You guys want a fillable?
So I've done a couple of things here. Okay.
I have a form. I have a form fillable character sheet if y'all want it. And it's like a link that somebody made, so I can just put the link in the.
You put in the messenger chat, that would be fine. Yeah. Because I was looking at, there was one website Nexus thing that looked. I mean, I was debating. I wanted to see how much that was to actually use that, because it was like, oh, it's pretty sharp.
So there's D&D Beyond for D&D.
Yeah.
Paizo doesn't exactly own Demiplane. But
Well, that the Nexus is the similar to it's similar to that.
Starfinder Nexus, you can create a character there, and if you want to, you can export it to Roll20. Like basically, it's kind of weird. All the little digital tools are getting together because they're like, Watsy's gonna eat our lunch, and then Watsy promptly shit the bed. So.
Did you send that link, Rivera, to that?
In the Facebook chat. Do you want me to send it in the?
Well,
I can put it in the Roll20 chat too.
Okay.
Is Nexus free, Ed, to make a character or no?
Let me see.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Because the D&D Beyond, they got super greedy and pissed. That was just garbage what they did.
Yeah, it's just a PDF.
Apparently,
It's nothing special, so.
Apparently, you could create a character in there for.
I think you just have to register through it.
Yep. So if you want, let me do a thing real fast, and I'll send this shit to you guys.
What's it called?
All right. You're okay. Everybody's in this fucking thing. There you go.
Where did you post that on?
Roll20.
I just posted Roll20.
Okay.
So you can make a character here.
This is separate from Paizo though. Like I don't.
No, this is kind of Paizo-y or whatever.
So next.
In terms of the login though.
It's a separate login, yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you can just single sign in with all the other bullshit. Which how many bullshit
Starfinder
things
with my
tie
friends.
to fucking together today?
Trying to make characters. We're trying to make characters. Sorry, but Devin was asking me what I was doing.
Hi,
How's he
Devin.
doing?
He's doing good. He likes it down here. He's happy. He gets to spend time with Grandpa and play games on the PS5 that we just got. So he's doing really good in school. He's got mostly A's and some B's. So it took him a minute, but he's getting his things together. So yeah, he's doing really good. So
I'm rooting for him.
that's it. Yep, I know. His mom keeps talking about how she's gonna get the family back together, blah blah blah, and yeah, that's still not happening. So she had a group meeting with the family, like a social worker meeting. Didn't even show up for it. Didn't show up for it. Yeah, it's like she's even trying. So
That's sad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Devin has you guys though and is able to stay with you.
Yeah, and the other kids are doing good. They're all staying at separate places, but they get Dave gets their dad Dave. He gets them together, and like the other day they all went bowling. So he tries to do activities with them. He's trying to get his life together. So, but we don't know what she's doing. We've tried calling her. She ignores Julie. We've been asking her for his birth certificate for a year now. That's still not happening. So we pretty much this summer, if we go up there at the end of the summer, we're gonna have to spend some time to figure how to, legally go there and say we need this because his mother is not helping us. And since the dad's not on the birth certificate, he can't do anything for us either. So it's kind of a mess. The school's basically saying we'll give you a little bit more time, but when he comes back to school in August, we need to have a birth certificate. So
that's fair. I'm not.
It is. No, I think it is. I'm just annoyed with his mother that's not doing anything about it. She has the power to literally just go walk in this office or call and say, I need this. Can I have a copy? Done. And she's just off doing whatever, God knows what. So it is what it is. So, but he's doing good. That's the important part. So I'm happy about that. All right. Anyways, so you want us to make a character with this Starfinder Nexus?
I do not give a shit. So because if you want the bells and fucking whistles of Roll20.
Okay, I have to. I was creating an account for the demi-plane, and it actually asks a question for how long have you been part of the adventuring sort? So I got to share you this one. It says the first one says, "I'm eager to get started. I've slayed a dragon or two in my day. I have more characters than adventures." And then the last one is, "My minis have minis."
That's the one I picked.
I like that one. My minis have
awesome.
minis. That's pretty funny. So you have to create a login, I'm guessing. Okay, I'll sign
just
in.
email and your name
I
and
just
stuff.
used my Google.
Yeah.
Except then I think it just picked me up somewhere. I don't know where it went.
Google and I are not friends, so I use Google.
You've made up. That's good.
Yeah, we're not. No, I'm saying Google and I are not friends.
Oh, you're not friends. Never mind.
No, nope. Every time I enter anything, every time I'm on my phone, every time, would you like Google to save your pet? No,
Oh no, I deny
Stay out of
that.
my face, Google. No, nothing. I don't do anything with Google if I can avoid it.
See, that's the people I sold my soul to.
To Google?
You know, it's
I mean, there's worse things to sell your soul to, I guess. So
Like Paizo? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
no, like,
no, we would donate our souls to Paizo.
or if Raid Shadow Legends would like to fucking sponsor us all, whatever the fuck the money makes happen. Like, here we are. Come on.
Or
Who?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh,
hold
Like,
on.
oh, whatever the fuck you need me to say.
Okay.
I wonder. Come on, do you have some standards, Raid Shadow Legends? I heard you don't. Raid Shadow Legends. Are they still alive, or did they finally crap the bed? It's like
I
Farmville.
think they're still alive.
I've never said anything bad about Raid Shadow Legends.
All right.
Hey. So,
This Nexus thing is actually pretty cool.
It is. That's why I looked at it.
Yes, it is. It's making this go a lot faster for me at the moment.
so what are
Well,
people
that's
thinking
good.
about playing? And let's talk a bit about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So all the shit you know and love from regular Pathfinder exists. Okay.
Right.
There are some classes like androids are a bigger part of this one because they actually are on the planet. Androids used to be slaves. I know a couple of you are thinking about going the bar through if you'd like to be a sentient jellyfish that floats around and has fun. Gotta have humans. Like, because Satha were actually villains in the original Pathfinder. They like harvested brains and shit. But they ran away from something, and they are the not. Spock, what the fuck was Spock?
Vulcan?
They're the not Vulcans of the setting.
Hmm.
The Shuntas are weird in that they are at like when you become a teenager, you get to choose if you want to be big and bulky or smart and fast.
Hmm.
Smart and tall, not fast.
All right, fair enough. Either way, you get to be like, do you want to be a beefcake or do you want to be smart?
Yep.
We have cat people.
Yep, I like the cat people.
Cat people are funny.
The Sheeran, so
the bug people.
Yeah, well, it's fun because there's a lot of bug people. There was the whole group of bugs who were attacking the core world. I'm going to introduce the Vests. The Vests are giant lizards. They used to eat the Yosoki, who are the rat people.
Right.
That's a flashback from the V movie or TV series.
Yep. Oh yeah, like the Vesk are completely. We are not Klingons. That's their whole.
Right.
The Vesk are fun in that the Vesk and the core world's at war until a giant plague of insects showed up and was just fucking with everybody.
Right.
So what happened was the core world and the Vesk like said peace, time out. We'll call a truce, and they worked against the insects together, and a chunk of the hive mind broke off, and those are the Sheeran. So the Sheeran are emo kids. they are collectively addicted to individuality. So, they're fun. If you want to be a bug person who is trying to I'm gonna find myself, this is death. This is death. They're fun, but they are literally just we're individuals together. In amongst there's the Skittermanders who are I'd almost call them fucking the Kender. If you want a real deep fucking cut.
Right.
I don't know what a Kender is.
In Dragonlance, this is for Mike.
I know Kenders. I love Kenders.
Tell me what a Kender is, Mike.
I like Kenders too.
So
It's
Kenders
awesome.
they're not they're kind of halflings, except they're pretty much all afflicted with wanderlust. None of them really
Yep.
stay in one place for very long.
Yep.
A Kender family heirloom is something that's been in the family probably longer than just a couple weeks. They like to borrow things. They will always claim they're totally innocent. They do not steal things. They borrow it, fully intending to return it to you. When they'll return it, who knows? They also do not feel fear. Like they just don't feel fear.
Unless the encounter soft, because in the novels he felt fear briefly. In the novel, I don't know if you remember that. Briefly. I don't agree with it, but
Tasselhoff also becomes a bit of a uniqueness among the Kenders. He begins to feel fear not for himself, but for his friends.
Right.
He fears for his friends. He doesn't fear for himself.
Mm.
And anytime there's a place that says they have a Kender-proof jail, it kind of goes out like a challenge. It's really hard to keep Kender jailed. They can get out really easily, sometimes without even intending to. Plenty of cities have anti-Kender laws just because of how much mayhem they cause. And one of the worst things you can ever hear, the most dreaded phrases to hear a Kender say in adventure is "oops."
Kind of love that.
Like famous last words for a party sometimes.
Which Starfinder one is like the Kender? What were we saying?
Skittermander.
Oh, okay.
You like Skittermanders? Skittermanders.
Yeah, I already.
I know you played one. I know Pew Pew. I know.
Pew
Pew. I know.
I don't remember what Pew Pew was. He was a Solarian.
Yeah, Solarian.
Yeah. Like the Jedi guys.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna be a Patra.
They have Solarians in this one too.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I think I'm gonna be a Patra operative and do sneaky shit.
Okay.
Because I have not played a sneaky rogue character in I don't know, years.
Some fun ones, by the way. They have the Borai.
I'm looking at how that works, because I was gonna be human, probably Envoy Borai, or the Lamash 2, the strength one versus one of the Lashutans maybe, because I couldn't figure out
a background or what.
What was that? The Borai.
Is that a background?
The Borai is a versatile heritage, because that's what Will and I were trying to figure out. How does it work? And I'm trying to learn it on the computer system here, like which things it lets you select, because it says it's a heritage lineage. It's like, what the heck's a lineage versus a heritage?
What level are we starting at?
1.
Okay, just making sure.
So you're undead basically. So the Borai can be any of the other ones. It's just that you're undead. So
but you're not undead. You still you have to eat normal, live normal, heal normal, but you're undead.
So one of the places is Eox.
It's not Eox though. These are not. They're nothing to do with Eox.
Fair enough. I'm just putting them in there. There's a whole.
As soon as the line said you're the result typically of a botched resurrection, so it's like that's how these guys come from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you can do all kinds of crazy crap and be like, I'm gonna be undead. There's also the
Drifters.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you're okay. Your mom and dad spent too much time in subspace.
There's Nephilim too.
Yep.
So my question about that was that I had that I posted to Dave was, do you, if you using the example of the Borai and the cat people, if I pick like the Patra, the cat as my base race, and then I do the Borai, do I still get to pick a Patra lineage, like, like for example, that, I have claws and I can, attack with the claws and get to pick the Borai, or does the Borai supersede the Patra? Whatever you had as a Patra, you don't get that. You just get the Borai benefit. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Do
have
you
a
get
question
both?
for those that are familiar with this Nexus thing. How
None
do
of
you
us
say?
are.
Oh, okay.
We are
No,
learning
but
together.
ask the
We're
question.
all
Ask it
learning
because
this.
we'll look at it. Yeah, ask because we can
Trying
figure it
to.
out together.
How do you save said character?
I don't know. I'm still looking at the.
So you give yourself a name.
Yep, I got my name.
Then you choose a portrait.
Okay, I gotta see. Choose a portrait.
Then hit begin.
Okay.
Now let's see. I'm gonna fuck around and come back to it. Let's see. I'm gonna leave there. Let's go and create a character. Oh no. Okay. So as soon as you hit begin, if you come back and go to like characters, you can click on that. It auto saves it every single time you click a button. So every single time there's the little swirly fucking bullshit, you're there. Now you may have to go back to the character builder and fuck around with it, because I just made a character that has nothing. So you want to, okay, you're thinking of Patra. All right, so we'll make that. We're going to be, so you both select the Patra, okay? Now, we go Patra Heritages.
I
But
picked Hunter Stalker.
Well, if you select Borai, you don't get to have the Hunter Stalker, the other one's bullshit.
That was my question. Okay.
Yeah, I think it forces you down the other path, but it's still kind of weird on the board. I think the Borai might even be broken on the website on how it works.
I'm going to select that, okay? So I'm going to go to my ancestry feed. So I can do Patra or Borai. I can do either one. Like I can be a predator Patra who has a Borai heritage. So because we're gonna be in Absalom Station, okay?
Will we be going into space?
No.
And okay, that didn't give me an option to do anything for that.
Which one?
When I click the equipment, it doesn't give you an option to like. It says here's your credits. Okay.
Have
Just
fun.
for buying things, like it does. Yeah. It doesn't actually come with a list of maybe I'm going to use my credits to get these things and.
Let me see. How do I fucking? Can I go to equipment? So you can go to on the character sheet. We'll talk about that. Like we can go.
Yeah, so at the moment I don't have all I've got are my fists. I don't have any weapons or.
Well, if you under the character sheet, you could there's the action skills and equipment, but midway down.
Okay, I see equipment.
Yep. And that there, if you click on that, you can add item, and you can either search for the item you're looking for.
Add item. Okay.
Yep. And then you can choose the type you want. Like, do you want a weapon, an armor, consumable, shield?
Well, when I do, okay, okay, all, because it says shield, consumable, or all. So
And then you might have to look around a bit where. So this is free. Yeah. And I will have to see how the fuck we integrate this with the other fucking thing.
What does the flaw do? It gives you a -1. I see it
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, a flaw is a -1. Yep.
Yep.
Because I can, instead of getting 3 pluses and a minus, I can get just 2 pluses.
Which is the same thing.
Essentially, but my Patra's, excuse me, flaw is Constitution, and I don't love that.
You can put the default +2 on it, so it's just 10. But yeah, lower con is not ideal. I guess, Mike, what character
again,
are you? Go ahead, Willie.
I was gonna say again, if you were planning on making an operative and you're using stealth and you're being sneaky and you're gonna go with range, yeah, it sucks to have low con, but you're not gonna necessarily be engaged in melee. Now, if you're gonna do a martial artist operative, that's a different story because as a martial artist, you're gonna be doing melee and you're gonna want to hit points. So, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there because that's two of the options that you do have as an operative. You can be a ranged person or you can be a melee person. If you're doing melee, you might want to change what you do with your con or even your class. I don't know. Just saying that. So
Just think of Little Nate. Remember Little Nate? He had a dex of 26 at 7th
And
level.
like 4 hit points.
Yes, a con of 3.
yeah, that sucks.
I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take the minus, but I'm gonna boost. What do I get? I get charisma, and then a free one. But how come my charisma is only automatically +1?
That's your free boost.
Well, no, it says Dex charisma free.
So your dex and your charisma both get an automatic boost.
Right, but the boost for Dex is +2 and the boost for Wisdom is +1. Is that just because of like adding in my other shit?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you're you're going an operative, right?
Yeah.
So an operative, you also get a background or whatever the hell they call it. Yeah, background.
Yeah, I did the predatory.
Yeah.
I did the hunter stalker predatory.
Yeah.
But I think it'll let me take wisdom. So I have a +1 wisdom, +1 charisma, and +2 dex.
Yep. So other ones, by the way, so Envoy is the not bard. Their big thing is going to be get them.
They're the face, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mystic.
Because that's what I was thinking of doing. That. Well, Mike, what were you looking at? Your character.
I am making a. Let's see. I am doing a Vex operative. Let me get. Hold on. I got to get to a different part here.
Melee or ranged? What's your
melee?
Okay.
Is it going to be like the stealth with what the hell was it? There was a guy who he had a orc that was stealthy. Oh. And the way it was, he'd walk up to people and be like, "You see nothing."
Not quite. I am kind of stealthy. Let's see. Where's my thing here? I chose the. Let's see. I'm going with Venom Thought Vesk, so I can, have fun with that. And I'm planning on going up with the with each time it comes up the bathe, because I can do it 3 times, the bathed in blood feat every 4 levels. So basically my whole body is like a lethal weapon.
So we're gonna have 2 ninjas at our team. That's gonna be awesome.
I chose off for my operative class feat, elusive target. And where's the one detail? The thing that it says, because there's still other things I've got to eventually fill out, but I'm looking for what it says. My basically the subclass of the operative is I don't know where it went. The one that I went with, Striker. No, it was on my characters thing when I was selecting things, and I can't find it anywhere now.
That'll be fun. It'll be like a surprise for all of us at the end.
That's why I don't prepare ahead for adventures, because if nobody knows what's going on, everyone's surprised. How about you two, Willie?
I have different things in mind, so I'm not sure I'm gonna navigate
We
through
could be
this.
2 envoys and 2 operatives.
I really like the envoy, honestly. So
I don't care. Have fun. Like
no. I like the envoy, but I like the idea of having. I wanted the idea of having a character that was good with like a hacker. Like I was thinking about something, like maybe an Android hacker or something that basically can interface with computers or tech devices. Thank you, Mama.
Love the caramel.
Okay, thanks, love. Anyway, something that can interact with tech devices and anything with the tech, a tag and maybe hack it, use it, sabotage it, something. So I'm thinking like high intelligence, high dex kind of skill monkey. My usual thing, but I really want to try envoy. Me and Dave both want to try envoy. So I'm probably gonna do like from the shadows kind of envoy. There's like 3 envoys that you're sort of
like Willie had 3 to choose from, and I had 3.
I'm gonna post a thing.
Okay.
That might help you, because Technomancer is a class.
Yeah, but that's not part of this playtest, right?
Well, I really hope they haven't shit the bed.
Look, I will be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Dave and I also had this conversation. I said to Dave that I was thinking about just sticking to the playtest book. So even though you're saying we could use Core 1 and Core 2 and whatever, and maybe play up, other races that are not in the playtest, in my brain I'm thinking it's a playtest and they're trying to see how this works, or if it works well. So I was thinking about just sticking as much as I could to the playtest book. I know that we have to use the core for rules and skills and things, but
I was hoping they said they were gonna have the Technomancer out.
Right.
I don't think they have it yet.
Yeah, so I was
part of me wondered if they're going to do it not as a class, but as like an archetype or archetype, whatever it is. Because like there used to be a class in Starfinder 1 for like a precog, but they merged the precog into the Witch Warper. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was confused. I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here?
Right.
Yeah. Well, they've done some good things. They said they were going to have it out, and it's not out yet. So that's an issue.
Well, but the envoy does give the kind of the techie route too. I mean, they gave more variety to the envoy than what it was before. So it's just kind of.
If we have 2 envoys and 2 operatives, that would be an interesting fucking mix of like, all right, well, we're gonna roll some diplomacy checks.
Right.
And be like, where the fuck did the other 2 go? Don't worry about them. Just make sure.
Right.
Like, look at that. Well, all of a sudden violence happened.
Right.
Look that way. What do you mean? No, I said look the other way. Come on, get it right. Where'd the other 2 go? I don't
know. Right. Exactly. Let me see. Hey, stay away from my ice cream. Little sniffer.
But I have to think about this because how the Barai worked is what I wasn't sure of, so I don't know if I'm going to be human or not.
The weird
I-
thing is,
or a
the
Barai.
weird
I might not be a Barai. I wanted to be a Barai, but
what
if I'm
what
human,
I find most interesting about the Barai and the Prismeni is that under Android it gives them also as options, which I get the Prismeni because that's about the plane, and you
AFK
even
moment.
it what's that? Yeah, it even has like tech, like you have like you look like you got little devices, so it seems like the Prismeni are like almost like tech scions, sort of visually. I don't know how to explain it, but the Barai is undead, so I'm like an undead android. That's just like that. Just sounds weird. So I don't know.
it's undead but not undead. So it's kind of a
Right? It's just
goofed up
weird though.
template that you can apply
Right?
to
I know
No,
it's a
anyone.
what it
template. I
is,
just
Willie, this is what it is. Are
what's
you
that?
ready?
Yeah.
You're an
Did you send me?
android
Uh huh.
cosplaying an undead.
Nice.
Oh, that's it. Okay, that makes sense.
But
Because
or
you're
you
like
were
you're like the people like my niece thinks she's a fucking cat.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
think she's a cat.
Wait, which one is that one?
Bug, Emily.
Oh yeah, that she's a cat.
Yeah. Less so
That's
lately,
funny.
but she's got a friend who calls herself a Therian.
Oh, okay.
And my sister's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like how like deep does this get before we need to like start getting worried?
Start getting worried or intervene.
Yeah.
Right, right. I haven't seen her post anything in a while. Like she was
Well,
chatting
she
with
dropped her
me, and
phone
she
in
was
the bathtub.
oh,
So then she had to
okay.
get a new phone. So she's working off the new phone because mom bought it for her.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't seen her singing or doing any of her stuff or
yeah, they
asking me what do
haven't.
you think, or yeah, that's not happened. Well, she hasn't posted anything in a while, I guess. So what I should say. I'm
Yeah.
sure she's still doing all of that because it's her, so she's got a lot of energy. So, but
Oh yeah.
anyways, yeah, yeah. At some point, you might have to go. Yeah, we need to get involved.
Well, how old are the kids?
I mean,
Uh,
she's about to turn 9.
They're
So
dumb. It's
she's,
fine.
I mean,
They're
when I
probably
was
dumb.
9, I thought I was a dolphin. I was convinced that I,
really? When you were 9? Really?
yeah, like
Wow.
we spent every summer in a pool. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, why else would my name be Fish if I'm not actually a dolphin?
When I was a child, well, when I was young and
I'm
going
gonna
into
piss
my
you guys off, by
teens,
the way.
why is that?
Why?
So you know you have to pay for the play test, right? Well, I clicked on a link and they have it linked there for free. Like you had to sign up for it. Now they have it just linked there for free. I'm like, guys, what the fuck is this? Like,
So wait,
it's
so
the same
you
guy.
paid for it, but now it
No, no,
says
no,
it's
no, no.
free?
Well,
Oh,
I didn't get
sorry.
the play test. Do I need it?
that's the download. You downloaded.
Oh, that didn't cost me money.
I mean, okay, you had to like,
Oh, I had to go into the cart and all that shit.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
apparently just have it for free. So
Yeah, I literally, when I was looking for it, I found a link and it said Paizo was giving it away for free. That's what it told me. And I don't know. I don't know if maybe I was already like, how sometimes it saves your passwords and when you go to the website, you already signed in like automatically. It must have had me already signed in because I literally found the link, went to it. It said download for free, and I didn't have to put it in the cart or anything. It just it was right. It downloaded right on my phone. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I don't know why it's making you guys throw all these hoops about carts and shenanigery, because for me it didn't do any of that when I got it. So that was weird.
Is anybody going to have charisma worth speaking about?
oh yeah, that's my
Yeah,
main stat. I'm gonna
Okay.
have an 18, so
my
that's why Ed
that's
was
gonna
getting at. You guys are gonna sneak around as ninjas, and we're just gonna
yeah
distract people.
yeah my charisma's probably gonna be possibly second. So I'm probably gonna go Intel first. That's what I'm thinking. Intel first, then charisma, then Dex.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm
Is
looking at.
stealth
So
Dex still?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And athletics is still strength, and acrobatics is still dexterity. So
Okay.
in
And you
case
gotta
you
be
wanted to know.
you got to be careful with how the Barai or the Percenti work. Like if you choose a Lashunta Barai, you only get the charisma boost. You lose everything else. You don't actually
Really?
get to pick the strength one or the intelligence one. I'm like, that's a steep
Really?
price.
Yeah, that is a heavy price. Hmm.
Huh. That's interesting. Maybe I'll just make myself look like a Barai, but I won't be a Barai.
If you're cosplaying, somebody cosplaying a different thing.
Exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I am going to have deception as one of my primary skills and performance. So I got this. All right. Well, that's a bummer. I guess that's flag that in the playtest. Bri are a little bit awkward in what they do.
Yeah.
The gas bags are weird. No.
How about wisdom? Is anybody
I
taking
guess,
that?
do we have anyone going to be a healer at all? Like the battle med person? Because
See,
battlefield medicine is something you do after combat too.
I was thinking about doing an Uber healer, but I feel like as a playtest, I kind of, it sounds silly. I know, I'm sorry, but as a playtest, I'm kind of hoping nobody does Uber healer because I really want to see if healing is broken. Like people are like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's a good
healing is
point.
broken. Healing is crazy. You just everybody take medicine and you don't have to worry about it." Blah blah blah. That's what I hear, a lot of people say about medicine, that it's like stupid, it's broken, there's not a good system, yada yada. So I'm just like curious, if we play a bunch of people that don't have an actual healer in the party, how bad is it? You know what
So
I mean?
I took
So
wisdom. I took medicine, but I have a
right?
-1 to wisdom.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably
Just
gonna
for
take
fun.
medicine too. I don't think wisdom's gonna be anything but a mid to low range stat for me, but I'm probably gonna also take medicine. So we can be bad at it together.
well, there's the like if you choose your background, you can get like the battle medicine. And
Right.
that's where I think it's more like there's ways, and you guys step in here, you probably know, like you can stack those to get really stupid healing. Like I
Yeah.
remember that in general,
Right.
but to
Right.
get like basic healing, is medicine all you need? Or do you actually need someone to have battle medicine? Otherwise, you're just
Battle
going to
medicine
get
lets you heal
obliterated.
during a combat.
Yeah,
But
it's
out of
during a combat.
combat, you spend an hour and you rest up and you heal up.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Because I
But
wonder if we need to.
also remember this is 2.5. They might have addressed some things and
No,
changed others. I haven't
it
looked at it.
the
So
thing is they wanted to make it because everybody whines you have to have a cleric. Okay, now you don't.
Yeah.
now you don't. Right. So that's what I'm curious about. Like
So the thing they have here, if you wanted to fuck around with healing, is the mystic. Okay.
right.
Now the mystic, it's you're tied to, like, I'm gonna say, the fundamental forces of the universe.
He didn't do a good job with the mystic backgrounds in this one, I thought. I like the other mystic. I didn't like this mystic so far.
You're gonna choose a connection, and like it's not, the mystic is a little like you can be occult, you can be primal, there's divine, there's, I kind of thought they'd have more arcana, but it's a little bit of like all the traditions gonna come together. Like you choose one, and the big thing is you have this thing called a healing pool. Okay.
Right. I
You
did read about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
have a
like
giant
the
pool of hit
ceiling
points
pool.
that you can
Yeah.
slowly refills,
Right.
and you can just kind of give people points from that. You have a pit, like it's kind of like a domain. They went more with a
Uh-oh.
domain,
Yeah.
but the domain will tell
Grab
you.
him here. I'm busy. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
It'll give you kind of like a plan, but they have some fun ones, like the fact that they reference the Akashic record. That's fucking crazy. You guys know what that one is?
You're right. No, explain.
So
Well, that's just the universe library, basically,
Yes.
is one way to look at it.
there's the Akashic record was made by a fake psychic in the 1920s who turned out to be a Nazi. They're always Nazis. And she was plagiarizing people. So she came up with the greatest fucking excuse ever. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was referencing their work from the Akashic record, where it was already published in the future. My mistake.
Right.
Anybody training a pilot?
Yes, I am.
I'm emailing students while you guys are working on things. I'm happy to answer questions. I'm also pissing off students. Hey, you're yep. Reviews have to be a page, but you can resubmit it and I'll give you points.
Okay.
Yay! Box cleared. Go. Okay.
Yeah, that's still messed up. I think they screwed up in here too for the Barai.
I'm not saying no. Like is Mike back?
I've been back.
He is back.
I've always been.
I've always been here.
How are you doing over there, man?
I like
I'm
that.
okay.
I have always been here.
So I guess you guys are going to be more dex heavy, so then I probably should be strength heavy then. So we have at least one person that can do a push up.
That's fine. Yeah.
Hey, guess what, Shouty?
What?
You get to clean peanuts out of the couch later.
Woo! That sounds like fun.
Because you left the bag
Exciting.
upside down.
I did not leave it upside down. There was a rip though. Did the kitty
Well, it
decide to help?
I was just trying to move it and it like came apart and sprayed nuts everywhere. You need to clean up your nuts, Nate.
Wait for that one.
You nutted all over the couch.
Okay, it's going to be that kind of game.
We wouldn't expect
Play
anything
games with us
less.
long enough to know.
All right, let's go get the fatal rules. How big is your areola? Oh, fatal. You fucking nutbag of a system. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I get questions from my
This is
students.
irritating.
Okay. So yeah, that was just okay. Like party balance is for suckers. There's a lot of ways around problems. Play stuff you want.
Well, I feel like there's so many options like to build a character that nobody's going to end up being the exact same character.
Right.
Yeah, you guys have similar concepts and still be completely different. So
If I get trained in stealth from my specialization, but also from my like skill training, does it like get better? Does it go from like trained to expert?
No.
Usually it just says you get a different skill to choose.
Yeah,
It says,
and
it
go
says
ahead.
you're trained in stealth. Well, I guess I can go back and untrain and choose a different
Yeah.
skill. Okay, I'll do that. 'Cause I'm gonna
Yeah,
be a
most of the books, it even goes to the extent of saying if you get the skill from other things like background or whatever, you get to choose another skill
yeah, that's what I
instead.
was
And then
expecting.
yeah, and then it tells you that you can even make this decision anytime during the process. So what it's saying is
Yeah,
basically if you're going by step, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this gave me stealth, but something else gave me stealth, you can retro like actively change whatever you pick first to change that next. You know what I mean? It basically is saying you're gonna not lose that if you get it twice. It's trying to be fair or nice or whatever it is. So but yeah, you wouldn't get the next tier. That doesn't happen. So
gotcha.
unfortunately. I think the only instance where that probably happens is like for example, I was reading the operative, and like if you choose the martial arts operative, you get expert in martial arts instead of trained. But then instead of having guns or whatever, rifles, pistols, whatever, as an expert, only get trained in those. So it just swaps them around. But that's the only instance where I've seen where you get like expert instead of trained. But for skills, it's usually just trained at first level.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That is exactly what you
Again?
should. Yep.
Okay. Didn't know if it was or no, acrobatics.
I might let you bounce around.
Because I was thinking if I needed to, I could do like urban architecture lore or something, and that would let me like use my good skill for climbing.
That works.
And I have an extra skill point now, so
It is interesting because I wanted to do that the Aslantes so I get a spell, but it doesn't give you. It only gives you the spells from the playtest. Where in the playtest it specifically says like use the other spells. You can also use the other spells.
Considering you have to.
Well, so I got a question. Since the way this character design thing works, there's a spell of ricochet, Ed, and this is kind of like my thought process was like the envoy has the get 'em, and then it says like if you lead by example and attack, then you get to add half your charisma modifiers your damage. I've in some ways it says spells are attacks, but I think in order to use it, does it have to have like the attack? Like you need to roll an attack, or if someone
Yeah.
does a reflex save, it counts as the attack. Because that's the stupid thing is that they have the arcane spells don't have any that have attack rolls for what you can choose from. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Because they didn't. This is the one spell that made no sense. You don't have the what is it? Eldritch Lance is not on the arcane spell list. I was like, what? Why is it not there? That makes no sense. Because that was one of the new ones. I can throw 2 force shields, but it's a reflex saving throw.
Well, they do have it under the. If you look under spells, but you can't add it to your character sheet here.
I can't even search for the older spells like Needle Dart. Because I'm assuming this was designed specifically to go with the play test. So I mean, that's what kind of like Will and I were talking about, trying to keep it as close to that as we can.
So how are you getting Eldritch Lance? What class?
How would you get it? You would get it as an occult or divine spell, as
Okay.
opposed to an arcane spell. So you'd have to pick. I mean, if I was Lashunta background and I picked a cult spell, I could get it that way.
Okay. Well, you may have to do some bullshit. We may just say you have it and just roll damage that way.
Yeah, because it lets me, the Islandi lets me pick one arcane spell each day. Like I can rotate or keep it the same. So that was one, like from a playtest standpoint. I'm like, that one really should have been on the arcane list. But I mean, they're definitely going to expand the cantrips when it goes to the real version anyway.
Well, you need player core. Yeah, they're gonna have to. This book is gonna be insanely long, because you're gonna need player core to do it all anyway. Because Starfinder is basically just a
Hey, Mama.
flat book for.
It's a template you put over the top of Star or Pathfinder. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of what you look like. Because I mean, the new spell Ricochet is pretty cool. Throw out 2 spinning force discs. Yeah, yeah.
Hooray!
Bastard.
What's the matter?
There's a little unlock button, and I was like, oh, maybe it's got like a special requirement. It does. It's $35.
Unlock what?
I'm looking at the feats, and it's like select, acquired, unlock.
Oh boy.
Because you have to
What?
buy the fucking book.
Wait a second. What just happened? What just happened?
I'm shopping for feats, right? Quote unquote shopping for feats.
Mm-hmm.
And
You mean
there's
as
one
part
called,
of in the Nexus thing?
yeah, in the Nexus.
And now it's
There's
making
one
you buy
called
stuff?
Quick Squeeze, and I wanted to see what it even does. In order to do that, you have to hit an unlock button, and then it comes up with a window saying, pay us $35 for the book, and we'll unlock this for you.
Oh,
Well, that sucks.
no.
I didn't
So
have
does
that. There was an arrow to the side of the thing.
It's
when
not
you said
all of
that.
them. It's not
So
all of them.
it's the ones that are not part of this play test. I think you have
Yeah,
to pay
like
to get
that.
to
Oh, okay.
those.
Right.
Which is, I mean, that's okay, I guess. Just depends, as long as you have enough variety of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you only get to choose from 3 things or something if you don't buy it. But
Because it still gives you like the feats from the backgrounds. So like I think it let me pick quick jump before, but that's part of the, technically I guess you'd say, the play test, because it's part of a background versus
yeah,
something else.
so like some of them are unlocked, like subtle theft. I can't take that unless I buy it.
What background did you pick?
My background is sniper. Is that a background?
I don't think so. The
Yeah.
one that's like is sniper actually a background?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. My guy
Oh, wait.
might be a
No,
Brutarius
City
player.
Slicker. City Slicker is it might be an operative thingy.
Okay, sniper would be the opera. Are you going to be shooting people versus ninja?
Yeah, I took sharpshooter. Or no, that just comes with the territory. And then my specialization is I get training in one skill, a skill feat for that skill, and an exploit. So I think, what the fuck did how did I get this? I think it's sniper, but I don't remember what sniper was. Like it's my archetype or something, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, that's where I chose it, was under operative specialization.
So yeah, that's an operative. That's kind of like an archetype for that. You choose a kind of a path and you follow that path.
Like I get, I'm trained in stealth. I ignore the unwieldy and volley trait of guns. I gain one of the following operative feats as a bonus feat. Either keep them in your sights or scope sight. And then I have an enhanced exploit. I can, if I miss, I can automatically reload my sniper rifle as a free action.
I'm gonna post a GIF about what B is gonna be doing. There you go.
Which tab should I be looking at?
20. Deep cut from the fucking 90s there.
Now find one of a cat doing it.
This is from fucking like Trigun. I think you actually might like that one.
Yeah, I wanted to watch there's a new Trigun too.
Nope, Scat Sniper is not what I want it to be.
Stampede's pretty good.
No.
And it's worth watching twice, both as subbed and dubbed, because they brought Johnny Young Bosch back to voice him again in the English dub.
For the old one or the new one?
For the new one's called Stampede.
Ah.
So both the Japanese voice actor and him bring something different to the character in their portrayal for how they voice him. So and season 2 is supposed to come out, I think, sometime this year.
There you go, by the way.
I sent the same one in our Facebook, and then an even cuter one. Can we make that my icon? Not the one at the window, the other one.
Which sure. I can't go in there because I'm at the fucking
Oh.
Yeah, I'm logged in at Surplus Games.
Oh, okay. Well.
Running and gunning. Voting from the rooftops.
You guys got really quiet.
I noticed that too. I was like,
Sorry.
what's
We're
going
all
on?
in thinking mode.
Yeah, I'm
Ed's
I'm
being
looking
quiet.
at the
What world is
Sorry.
this?
That is so weird because I just got the same thing that you got,
That's funny.
V, of the, like for the Brutarius player, it had quick jump and Titan Wrestler. I could select quick jump, but I couldn't select Titan Wrestler without paying $35.
Yeah, like it's like okay.
Yeah, I got something like that too. It is what it is.
I mean, at least they're giving you multiple options so you don't hit a dead end, because that's what happens
Right.
in stupid D or Beyond or whatever. I'm wondering if, like, I mean, we'll just see how this goes, but like, if we get one account, then we could share it to have like whatever 4 or 6 characters on it.
I believe they really don't like that.
Did I say that out
That is,
loud?
Dave, that is immoral, and we should absolutely not do that.
But that would be a team account, right? I'm not saying abuse it. I'm just saying it's a team
Do
account.
they have team accounts?
No,
I don't
they
know.
really don't. They really hate that.
No, they really don't.
They-
Allegedly, team accounts.
I mean, if you play a bunch of different games, then yeah. But if you're only doing one game, it wouldn't seem like you're abusing it that
Hey,
bad.
stop talking, Dave.
I'm not talking. I was monologuing. There's a
Are you
difference.
taking notes
No.
of a criminal conspiracy?
No, Dave's not here.
Who's Dave?
No, I'm Dave.
No, there is no evidence of a
Dave's
Dave
not
being
here.
here.
I'm Spartacus.
Please.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
I don't hear anything. There, where
I don't know why
is-
the fuck I've got Pink Pony Girl stuck in my head. But here we the fuck are.
Probably because of me, since I posted the steam-powered giraffe version,
Ah,
which is better.
I actually really like. Okay, dumb fucking thing. I really like the I really like the Pink Pony Girl Phantom of the Opera mix. Like I'm not as big a fan of the poppier version.
Don't think I know that one.
Got this.
Okay.
Okay.
Divided by 72.
Oh, you bastards.
Did you find one that needs to be unlocked?
No, a book that it was supposed to be. Everything kept saying was supposed to come out the beginning, like sometime this early year, is now not going to come out till next year.
Oh,
Son
that
of a
fucking
bitch.
Sucks.
sucks.
That sucks.
For the last year, everything said it should be out before summer. Before summer. No, it's going to come out sometime next year. Son of a bitch.
Oh, the fuck up. What am I doing wrong here?
What race? So we have a cat, we have a Vesk. What are you going with, Willie?
Android, I said that.
You're doing an Android? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's being an android who is cosplaying a dead guy.
Well, I
Or a dead guy cosplaying an
I
android.
think
Yeah,
Android might be an
that was
easier dead guy.
that was
You might not
that was
lose as
just
much.
weird for me, so I skipped that. I
You
I
wuss.
did not.
You wussed out.
I'm sorry, I did. I really did.
Because I might
wuss out.
relook at this of like what race could I actually be that would allow a Mariah that wouldn't completely foobar it.
Yeah.
Just so we have at least one person really playing it versus cosplaying it. Because
I'm an undead gas bag.
oh,
And a
that
meat
makes
popsicle.
Hmm.
Bruce Willis, you still got shooters out here, bud. I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
I am getting emails because one of the things I did is I sent out academic alerts. And I got a bunch of emails back where it's like, hey, everybody, this,
If you bother me on Saturday nights, I'm going to gut you like a fish.
no, it's more, I got these emails, it's more like, hey, we reached out to these students and they're just, I don't know where the hell they are. It's like, oh, man. So that was sad. Well, I'm worried about, I worry about my kiddos. They're mine.
And you would kill them all to save Pippin.
It's fair.
No, everybody is in a hierarchy.
And Pippin's, and with Ed, Pippin's at the top.
Pippin's at the
Yes. I've told
for both
Lavera
of us.
I've told Lavera to abandon me to save the dog. Like, you leave me to burn to death in the house if you get that dog out of this house.
And I said same.
And then they both think that they're going to the other is saving the dog while they're being stayed to die, and the dog walks out on its own and they burn to death.
That's okay. Like, the dog's
No.
fine. That's the high priority.
Dog lives, and that's how it should be.
Yep.
But then he no longer has either of you.
She's fine. She'll have a
And
$500,000
then she'll be sad.
off of my corpse. She inherits it all. She could live like just pampered, lying in her back as like, I don't know, fucking Doberman feed her goddamn.
She already does that.
Be a Shih Tzu fanning her with a palm frond with that much money. What is she doing right now? Sleeping?
Yep. She's sleeping between the Snorlax and her bed, so I don't know if we need to get her like a fucking orthopedic bed or something.
I think she might be hot because it's warm right now.
Oh.
Because
Okay, so I'm trying to decide between 3 feet. Right? Steady balance, which lets me keep my balance easily even on like narrow ledges. Experience tracker. Where'd it go? I can track at full speed or catfall, which lets me treat 25 feet falls, or wait, treat falls is 10 feet shorter until I'm an expert, and then it's 25, then 50. So, because I'm thinking like the steady balance would be good if I'm up on a building trying to shoot.
Sounds like a good idea.
Who was that?
That was me yawning.
That was Mike.
I was
My
yawning as I
audience
thought.
riveted.
I was like, I couldn't tell if I knew it was someone yawning, but I could not tell who it was yawning. I wish they would let us read what the unlockable ones are.
No, you gotta pay for it.
Well, no, I just want to read it, not choose it. You know, like maybe I would want to unlock it if I knew what it did, but if you're not even going to tell me what it did.
That's actually somewhat of a fair point. So you can't. But you can look it up on Nethys for most of the things anyway. So
Yeah.
those feats, they're
Oh.
all on Nethys for free. You just can't add them. So how do you add equipment? Am I missing something here?
You have to go, like, you can't buy it this way. You have to go to
Character sheet?
Store.
Is that where it
character
is?
sheet, and then you can add stuff that way.
Okay.
You go to the store and you start haggling with the shady merchants.
Or
So
you
I
put a
am
button on their
curious
head, and then they don't know
what.
you're there anymore because they don't have object permanence.
What are you buying?
Yeah. I am curious what they did with my athletics since it was technically trained twice.
Well, maybe it's like negatives. It becomes negative, and then I'm not sure how math works, but
So the items I got, my armored coat and my dashko, it didn't make my credits go down at all.
You gotta manually move them.
Oh.
So when you're trained, it's 2 plus your level
Yep, plus your
plus your
modifier.
modifier. Okay, all right. So I basically, if I went this route, I would have lost my skill. So yeah, because these should merge with Roll D20, right? How this is set up. So
Yes.
in
I will
theory,
have to look that up and see how the fuck that happens.
well, it has the blue button down there in the left corner when you open up your character sheet. So that's a good sign. It should just.
I like it. Everyone remember 2.86.
Where is, so how do I get back to? Okay.
Anyone have any fun Easter plans, by the way?
Nope, not really.
Earlier today we did my family's Easter egg hunt. Tomorrow it's the wife's Easter egg family hunt.
That's cool. Lots of kids there. I don't know you, so I'm just curious. Like, you got lots of little children or nephews or grandchildren, whatever you have. I don't know. Michael,
What's up?
do you have a lot of like siblings, little kids, cousins, whatever that go through these things, or
Cousins and stuff. Yes, I have an almost
That's cool.
8-year-old roaming around the
Okay.
apartment behind me.
No,
But
he's not.
Yes, he turns 8 on May on Star Wars Day. But yeah, he's almost 8,
How
and
has it been that long already?
right. But I have, through my mom's side, I have a lot of cousins, and they're all my age, so there's a ton of kids and everything, so
that's cool.
Whole bunch.
Nice. Very nice.
Hooray! I fixed the thing.
You fixed the thing. Well, I'll be back in a second.
I didn't know there was a broken thing.
cleaned out emails.
Ah,
Good job, me. So how are we all doing for shenanigans?
I'm to the character sheet part, so
101.
I'm on to equipment.
Yep. That's where I'm at too.
The kitty is asleep. I'm gonna poke her in the face.
I might bite you.
Eating it to me.
Oh, I did have a couple of questions for you.
What you got?
Are you using, well, it might be several questions. Sorry. Let me ask them all and then you can explain. Um, are you using the adventure path that's basically made for the playtest?
Yes.
And then the follow-up question is, are we going to go to 10th level with it? And then are you planning on possibly continuing with the second part of that playtest adventure for 10th level characters? Or is that
The playtest
undetermined right
adventure only
now?
goes to like level 3.
What's that?
The playtest adventure only really goes to about level 3.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
Then will we keep playing with these in other places, or?
Well, that's where it gets to be fun because they really haven't said how the fuck that's gonna work.
You know why I asked? Because I don't know if Livera knows, but that they have a second adventure that they're doing, which is part of sort of the same story or important events in the Starfinder 2E, but you start as a 10th level character because they want to play
Oh,
test higher level characters. So I didn't
that's
know if this led to that or if it doesn't.
That's
Like it
my
said, it
hope.
only goes to third.
I would like
So
to have
okay,
them tied together.
okay,
well.
that
Could
would
we
be
just have
cool.
some like random adventures after?
Well,
Like,
the
could
thing
you?
is, they're not published. That's the hard part.
I don't know, use some of the old Starfinder ones, but just like.
I was gonna just have you guys like, boop, 10. I can be on camera.
Well, I didn't know how much, like, when we get to level 3, how much time will there be before that other thing happens?
Oh, before the real thing is released.
Yeah, or the next level 10 playtest.
Well, by Gen Con, they're releasing the full thing.
Oh, but
Gotcha.
okay.
So we might not get there.
Well, that's where it will be like, okay, we're gonna do. You guys can. Here's all the bullshit.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What is a moon rabbit?
I don't know
Don't
what a moon
everybody
rabbit
answer at
is.
once.
I don't know what it is. Sorry.
It's a pretend creature that lives on the fucking moon.
I use this fantasy name generator site, and under fantasy and folklore, one of the things you can choose is moon rabbit names.
Mm.
And they're like a different language, like an Asian language probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what
Oh
that
wait,
is.
is this what it is? Never mind. Oh, I thought you were
Figured
just
it
being
out.
a snarky asshole, Shouty. I didn't realize you were reading the fucking website. Chinese, Japanese, Korean folklore. It makes snacks for the moon goddess. 10 random Chinese Mandarin names. That's just funny.
Baby goat.
It's not there. Let's see.
Back up.
So I just realized I've been muted this whole time. That was fun.
I just figured you were deep in thought.
Were you talking? Were you talking this whole time?
Oh, that's awesome. I was okay. So
Yeah,
back
these
up a little bit.
motherfuckers won't answer
So
me.
the Moon Rabbit is from also from an anime series that was kind of funny when I first heard that one. What was the other one I had? I don't remember now. So the Ed, are we thinking in 2 weeks we're going to play then? Is that our
That's the
plan?
plan. Let me check my schedule.
Okay. Because I was saying that Joel would probably be happy just playing like a soldier big dude.
Yeah, on the 3rd we play.
Okay.
I'll be giving blood that day.
Nice.
And then now on the 17th, I
So
will be in Wisconsin.
would we be playing from you being remotely Wisconsin, or we would not be playing?
No, maybe on the 10th. Well, that's the day before Mother's Day. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, I'm asking.
I would say I could
Mike,
play on the 10th. That would be fine. I don't know
Mike,
others, but
could you
So-
hang out on the day before Mother's Day?
I should be all right too.
I should be good.
What is your can you put in a chat somewhere your email?
Which one isn't streaming to somewhere?
Don't put it in the roll 20.
Who me?
Yeah. Because I'll give you an invite to the Starfinder Google Calendar thing.
Hold on. And the messages on this will work.
Yeah. Someone vandalized a 12-foot tall statue of Elon Musk.
Yes, and it's glorious.
What did they do to it?
It took a chunk out of the face.
Awesome. So, Willie, are you doing any medicine then, or no? Or is anybody else doing any medicine?
I took medicine.
You did take medicine?
I'm not going to be great at it, but I took medicine. Yeah, my wisdom modifier is only a +1, but I'm trained in it, so.
Yeah. Well, there's the envoy directive where it can be the one that you actually have the medicine and the battle medicine. So I'm pondering if I might
Yeah,
choose that one. But you're doing the from the shadows, or are you doing the info spear one? Which one are you doing?
I did from the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Right now. Which feat are you gonna do? Envoy feat.
I'll tell you what I did. If I can figure out how to scroll down on my character sheet.
Yep.
Because I'm not, for some reason, it's not letting me.
Because they got a couple decent ones.
How do you, hold on. I don't know how to scroll down on this thing for some reason. That's weird.
Fuck around with this fucking thing while we're here.
Oh, that's why. Okay, now I got it. Okay. That was stupid. All right, so right now I'm at a +2 dex, +3 intel, +1 wisdom, +3 charisma. I have my skills that I actually picked or got through traits and whatever are acrobatics, athletics, crafting, computers, deception, diplomacy, intimidation, medicine, piloting, society, stealth, thievery, and Inosphere lore. That's what I took. And then
what was the last one, lore?
Inosphere.
Oh, did you? What was your
Hold on, and then I got hold on. Let me look at feats and features. I got Android networked, quick processor. That's for the piloting. I got hacker as my background, which gives me freaker, which lets you hack using traditional methods. I got, of course, envoy directive, envoy skill training, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find where's my selection. I got from the shadows. I got assurance on, I believe I took it on computers, and then watch out is what I took. I like watch out.
What? Oh yeah, that's. I was debating if because that's a good one, the watch out one. But I might be the human and I take 2. But I was like, we could both have watch out. That's actually not a bad.
That's not a bad thing because you only get one reaction anyway. So you could give somebody that +2, and I could give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be distracting, and then when they get caught, we'll both say watch out.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. Yeah. So. And then that was it. I mean, I don't like that con of 0 modifier and strength, but even the dex +2 only, it's not normal for me. But like I said, I wanted to go with intel and charisma, so we'll see how that works. I don't know.
Yep. Oh, that's okay.
But basically hacking is going to be my thing mostly. So hopefully, I have the Android. Well, I read it to you that networked. I don't know if you've read networked.
The Android networked before.
Yeah,
that's like an info spear type of thing too, right?
No, it says your body has been modified to network seamlessly with Anacytes, robots, and other technological beings from Avalon. You gain shortwave, allowing you to communicate wirelessly with any creature within 30 feet, as long as they have shortwave or a construct with a technological trait.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but
I
then it
might have the
says,
augmentation for telepathy because no one else has
yeah,
telepathy, right?
no, I don't think so. But this is what I like is you can attempt computer checks to hack systems and theory checks to disable device or pick a lock on a technological device at a range of 30 feet. I
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool. That is
That is
cool.
pretty cool. So yeah, so I got that. So and then the freaker feat is you learn how to hack using traditional methods that are more convenient but often less secure, such as calling a data center's automatic helpline and entering a unique tone to access the connected servers. It says you can use computers to disable device or hack a system using any computer, comm unit, or terminal instead of hacking toolkit. Says if you're an expert in computers and the equipment used is at least third level, you get a +1 item bonus to disable device or hack. So yeah, I kind of focused on that. So then and then the quick processor is just so I can basically be a better combat pilot. So hopefully we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. So but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I haven't bought equipment, but
Let's see.
that's all I got left to do.
That's Pickle's character sheet. Sometimes, like roll d20 for D&D Beyond, it didn't sync unless you're both in Firefox versus Chrome.
Right. Yeah.
So I am now testing this in theory. Let's roll a reflex save. I rolled a net 20.
Ah, you wasted it. You fool. You
I didn't
wasted
get into the
it.
launch game yet. Dang it. my simulator didn't even have proof. So maybe it carried over. We'll find out in a second. I do like the cat with the gun up top there. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
The sleepy one?
The what one? Do you say sleepy one?
On the Facebook chat I sent.
Oh, I'm looking at the roll d20 picture.
Oh, I don't know how to make them on there.
I think Ed sent it. He's got.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so that didn't work. So let's try that again. So we'll go for a will save. Right. Why is it not syncing? We'll have to look that up.
Is there a place on the character sheet that will show you what your training is basically on your weapon proficiencies and armor? Is there somewhere that I'm missing it or where it's listed?
That says what?
That talks about your weapon and armor proficiencies.
It might be under actions.
I was looking at that, but I didn't see it. I didn't click on it, so it's possible.
Yeah, there's.
Because I went to equipment, right? But it's like it does let me add an. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say under primary. But like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either because I was looking for armor, but I'm like, oh, do I want to use light or do I want to use medium? Can I use medium? I have no idea.
You can't use medium. You can only use light for
for operatives.
For Oh wait,
Oh, sorry. For
for
envoy.
envoy you can only use light unless you take
So-
the one.
So you
Which-
only have light. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
not taking anything extra. I just wanted to know. Okay, so just light. Thank you.
Yep.
And what is our proficiencies? Do you know those off the top of your head or no?
For like what type of weapons you mean?
Envoy, yeah. What is their weapon proficiency?
Simple and martial, and so just not
Okay.
advanced. And it's
So
trained.
simple and martial.
Yep.
Trained. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, I will be back.
What time are they ending?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed.
Okay, Mama, you good?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mm.
How's your hot dog?
It was good, but I think the dog grabbed a hold of the buns because I took the ends of it off.
Oh,
And then I looked at the plate was empty, so I think Pache got a hold of them and ate them, and it's all right.
I gave him the last there was one hot dog left,
That's fine.
so I split it up between them.
All right.
I mean, Mick is lucky peed on the floor. So he's in there for the night. I know it was him.
I know.
The other two don't do that.
Nope. I know.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry you're tired, Mama. I forgot about the ice cream you brought me. Soupy now.
oh, Papa.
All right.
More like a shake now,
It's good though. Tasty.
huh? Oh, the caramel. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's blue bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love sale. As soon as I saw the caramel, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Saw the caramel explosion or something like that.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Took this out. No, I don't know where to put it. Oh, well. Gotta find mine. Interesting. I think it was in the bag. Yep, it's probably this one. Yep,
It is. I took it off because I was using one of the hard drives. Ah, there we go. Okay, worked. I think.
All right. So
How do I know you've said it like 9 times, but how do I add equipment to my thing?
you have to go to.
Oh, add item.
Yep.
Never mind. Found it.
Uh-oh. Equipment.
Whoever made this website, like they make up for how crappy the Paizo website is.
You're right. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, Paizo. This one's also multiple different game systems.
Yeah, I
Like,
did see that. Like you get paid $3,000 and you have access to everything they have. It's like what?
If you want to play Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
Fallout, Marvel, we play Vampire the Masquerade. Hooray!
I'm trying to add the equipment now.
But do we have characters?
We have characters. My character doesn't have all of her stuff yet, though.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're right now. I'm fishing for, like, there's a ton of, for example, weapons, but I don't want to look at every single weapon entry. I just want to look at, light weapons. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do the filters.
I'm actually using the PDF of the book to like shop, and then I don't have to like click on
Right.
every.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
what I
just
was
use
gonna
the.
recommend too. It's
That's
easier.
probably that's probably easier. I'm gonna do the same thing. Thank you for that suggestion. Do you remember what page the equipment starts on?
I am looking at page 180 for weapons, and then
Okay.
it's like that's kind of in the middle of the equipment.
Okay, thank you. Yep, I see it. All right. Armor, light armor. That much, much, much easier. Thank you.
Well, this is goofy. I wanted to have a bone scepter as part of my undead and partial undead and cosplay undead. It says the damage is 1 die 10, and then it puts it in the sheet as 1 die 6. And then I open up the details and it says 1 die 10 modular. And I'm like, I'm confused.
You found an oopsie.
Yep, looks like you found an oopsie.
Oh well, I'll just modify it while we play. I'm not giving up my bone scepter as my fake undead roll. What?
Light +2, text +3.
Tim Curry is 79 today.
Oh.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, this site even got cooler. So that took a whopping like 10 seconds to edit it to change it to be 1 die 10. Just for
Nice.
everyone to know. And then I'm keeping this as my first attack roll. I know of the 19 and an 8. So 25 to hit and 11 damage. You're welcome. Is that a crit? Maybe,
Yeah.
except I forget the crits are now based on.
Well,
When-
20 is always a crit.
So let me make sure I remember this. So the critical specialization stuff, that only fires off on a natural 20, or does that fire off on the plus 10?
Anytime you crit.
So anytime you go over by 10 over the AC, it's a
Yep.
crit that gives you the benefit of the crit stuff?
Yep.
Okay. That was impressive. I mean, you just get to edit it real quick. Now I can't figure out how you do modular, but
Right. Hmm.
Here he is, getting greedy.
not greedy. Just it's nice to have a toys because I liked how the old 4th edition downloaded character builder worked. I missed that, and then the roll D20 or the D&D Beyond was kind of cool, but till they just jacked it all up.
Oh, if you just give money, it'll all work.
Well, I still didn't care for it that much. I liked the older 4th edition one better.
I felt bad for the 4th edition people. Do you know why that all went to shit?
I missed it. I thought it was a decent system. It was different, but I liked it. But
no,
I don't.
You know why their digital tools went to shit?
Well, it had to be. It wasn't a. Didn't you have to download it? Wasn't it a thing?
Well, that was the thing. The reason, and this is the part that's going to suck, is there was a lady who was on their team who was working on it,
Mm-hmm.
and her husband was fucking nutters and killed her
What?
and himself. That's why 4th edition, because they were trying to do that online play tools back and forth, but she was their lead.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
You said she went crazy or her husband went
Her
crazy?
husband.
Oh, that's a sad chapter of life.
I press everybody wherever I go.
This has a similar feel to Hero Lab, like for the shadow characters.
We hug him, ready? Ready? Gonna talk?
It's him huggies. Oh, okay. So that's got to be one of the best feat names, Hugmaster for the Skittermander. I'm like that. That's awesome.
Hugmaster. Let's see.
I'm gonna hug you already.
I'm gonna give you big squishies.
Oh, my baby. No, you sit like baby. Stay like baby. See? I don't think she likes being held like baby.
So, Mike, you're going to be more hand-to-hand, beat the crap out of people, ninja, and then V, you're going to be ninja where you have that ability, but you're going to be more ranged sniper person.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like a sneaky sniper.
Sneaky sniper. Okay, and then Willie, you're going to be a computer, and then jack of multiple trades, and then I'll be face that can punch people in the face. But we'll be dual faces. We'll be two-faced.
Kiss you on the face. I love you, kitty.
Like be a party
I don't
name.
think the kitty
Two
likes
Face.
this. I don't care. We're gonna hug the kitty. That's a petty. Okay, everybody. We have characters. I think I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Yep.
In
Okay.
2 weeks, we'll meet up at 7 p.m. on a Friday. Sound good?
On Saturday or Friday?
2 weeks.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
2
So-
weeks, 7 p.m. Saturday.
Yep.
What is
Bye,
the
kitty,
actual,
wave
like,
goodbye.
what
Bye,
is this? Okay.
Are we signing off then?
Yep.
I guess we're signing off.
Okay.
Farewell.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
You
All
don't
right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Michael.
Can't stay
It was nice to meet you. We'll see you in
Yep.
2 weeks.
Good to
All
meet
right.
you, Mike.